Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying. A brother had posted this post. Rabbi La Yasharala Yahweh Shai is coming. And it was this bill about the agriculture legislation amendment bill 2022. Now, when I tried to click on it, it said that basically it was an error on the page. So I don't know if they clipped it or they took it down, or it was some type of particular link that I had to click on in order to really find information on it. But it wasn't really too much information on it. But clearly the brother has the bill here in the spreadsheet, introduction bill. And what Esau does when these things become public information, which they should be, what he does is he go in and he writes things off as disinformation. Like they talking about this war on disinformation and how disinformation is causing the deaths of people in America. But actually, you're bringing out the disinformation by telling people about systems and programs that's supposed to help them, but yet it's aiding in their death. Because it found out that everybody that drunk the juice, more people have turned up dead and harmed or some type of injury more than not. And that's from drinking the juice. And if you people want to know what the juice is, just look up the COVID, or the COVID-19, okay? And the prick, that's we call that the juice, okay? The juice, the 3-pointer, like when you're shooting a jump shot, that's the juice, okay? But check this out. It says you will eat Z-bugs. It says Kamidan, which I looked that name up and I couldn't find anything on it. But it says it's passing a bill now, which means you won't be allowed to grow your food. And like we mentioned before, agriculture is pretty much dead. So a lot of these cattle farmers, man, a lot of these dairy farmers, they're getting ready to be put out of misery or out of work for good. Okay, because like I said, Esau has a lot of land in the Midwest. And it's his job. He wants to build up on all this land. He don't want any type of farming, any agriculture, or any way you can remain self-sufficient without his say-so. So therefore, he's passing bills and laws to pretty much keep people on the grid. Okay? And it says here, the Agriculture Legislation Amendment Bill 2022 has had its second reading in Parliament. Okay? Biosecurity being the stated reason for changes. It says increase enforcement powers, searching for property and persons without warrant, increase fines that was $1,800 now to $10,000. Okay, when you look at the parliament is equivalent to the British Parliament is equivalent to the United States Senate or the Congress. Okay, it's just there another way of saying Congress. Same thing though. It says increase fines that was of $1,800 now $10,000 for providing false or misleading info. It says landholder consents no longer required for authorization authors to take samples, stock, animals, and documents, meaning they could come in and they can take your fucking livestock, man. They could take your land, they could take your farm, they could take your homes, and you can't do a damn thing about it. Okay, which shows you that this place is pretty much on the verge of tyranny. It says authorized officers no longer required to present identification. Wow. It says, but heavy penalties for obstructing entry to the property. Control the food, control the people, right? And that's going to be a primary catalyst into getting people to accept the MOTB, because when they starve people out enough, okay, and if we have that famine that they were talking about by this year, then you better believe that the MOTB will be presented possibly next year. It's a great possibility that the MOTB will be fully established in the year 2023, Lord's will, if this continue to go the way it's going. I don't see them drawing out no longer, okay, because that's what they're going to use to control the people. The food. Okay, so upon research, I clicked on that, and this is what came up. It says, oops, there is a 404 error message. Sorry, we couldn't find the page you were looking for. Being exactly, it makes a lot of sense, right? And it says search legislation. I mean, I could type it in and see what happens, but it's not even letting me, click on it for real. So it's just, oh, there we go. So oops, I'm tripping. Agriculture bill. Let's see what happens. Okay. So here we go. All right. So they had one in let's see what happens here. So this is the one we want to look at. Okay. So you have the explanatory memorandum, then you have the introduction. So we click on that, and this pretty much breaks it all down. Okay, and I'm gonna have to go through this. I'm gonna have to really look into it. Okay, this bill is for 59 pages, and within this bill, so this shit is 183 pages. But within this bill, you better believe there's some wickedness going on in here, man. This is unrighteous decrees. This is that draconian law, man, that we were talking about. Okay? So Esau, man, is pig lighting. This man is getting ready to do something big, okay? So this is the book of First Maccabees 1, and I'm going to start at verses 23. It says 22. It says, "And the tables of the showbread, and the pouring vessels, and the vitals, and the censers of gold, and veil, and the crown, and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, which were all poured off. And he also took the silver and gold and the precious vessels, and he also took the hidden treasure which he found." So these Edomites always had a history of taking shit. Okay, that's their nature. They're a bunch of damn devils, man. They the fucking wet bandits. All right. When you think of robbing stagecoaches and masks, where do you think Jake get it from? Jake get it from Esau. Esau started out, with Billy the Kid and these old Westerners, man. They used to stick up stagecoaches and so forth. They used to put the little face bandana on, kind of like the Aaron Black from Mortal Kombat, the fucking cowboy from our world. That's basically Esau, man. Okay, he's always had a history on confiscating things. So now he's getting ready to take from his own people, because Jake really don't have, Jake got farms, but you better believe Jake ain't producing like Edomite farmers are. You can believe that. Okay, and it says here, "And the precious vessels also he took the hidden treasures which he found. And when he had taken all the way, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly." And a great massacre is coming here to America, okay, in Esau societies in general. And this is why we telling you Israelites, you Negro, Latino, Native American, wake the heck up, man. Wake up and understand what the men of the Lord are trying to get through to you. Because sooner than later, this place is getting ready to crash completely, and it's going to be global anarchy in the streets. That's why it will behoove you to not get attached to anything at this present time. Whether it be your apartments, your vehicles, your material possessions, or whatever it may be, your jobs. It behooves you to not get attached to these things, because within a second, those things are going to be taken. Okay? And you know what? Hey, I welcome it. Shit, they can have this shit. They can have this kingdom. I'm over it. Okay? And it says, "Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel, in every place were they." All right? And I'm going to go down here. I'm gonna go down a little bit. And it says, "And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector to tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came into Jerusalem with the great multitude, and spake peaceable words unto them. But all was deceit." Okay, like these bills, you read these bills and so forth, they look all prettied up, they look all so-called politically correct. But if you don't understand what you read, they basically saying, look, we finna come and get your shit. We don't care what you do. You can fight us if you want and put up a fight. But remember, it's more us than you. Because what's happening is these people's fighting against the beast. Okay, it's a system that's going to come down on them. Okay, yeah, people will hold their own, and if everybody, according to their consent, band together, they can overthrow it. But regardless of that, you people don't have the high power weapons like the military have. Okay, you don't have that. And Esau knows that. And that's one reason why he's predominantly going to do a gun grab. Okay, because he don't want people to defend themselves against this coming global tyranny. Okay, this dystopia that we living in. All right, and you Jakes, you don't know what the hell is going on, man. You got people in Israel talking about Nate being this guy's one of the famous men of the Lord, something on the tip of my tongue, and you celebrities and shit, man. You guys, man, you dudes you gonna get caught up in this, and I believe that. But anyway, it says here, "And when he had already taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire." It says he set it on fire and pulled down the houses and the walls thereof on every side. All right, so that's the whole point, because he wanted everybody to consent to his religion. This was like a new world order. Basically, if you ain't with it, and all this was based on legislation that was passed. Okay, they spoke on it. That's why it says he sent counselors into the cities of Judah. Okay, now when you look at these documents, man, This is nothing but bills and legislation that's set up to take you over, man. And you could thank Obama for a lot of this stuff, because believe it or not, the whole agriculture grab out there in the UK and France and Dutch, Slovakia, Germany, France, Luxembourg, okay, the UK, America, they're dealing with the same thing, okay, because Obama allowed what he called international martial law. He signed that NDAA Act 2 into law. Okay, and I believe by 2015, he made a very strategic move into allowing the military to pretty much exorbitate their powers into any parts of the world without any consequences, man. Okay, so, it's good to know what these people are doing so you can stay a step ahead through the spirit. But this is the book of Revelation 13:11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." Okay, so you go into the word Draken, it goes into to Dracon, okay, which we know in Athens, Greece, the Draconian law, Draconian, okay. Here it goes into Dracon, and I'm gonna play this real quick.
Strong's G 1404. Dracon.
Okay, it says a dragon, a great serpent, a name for Satan. Okay, that's one way that they try to break it down, but see, they don't really go into the whole thing of it, man. They give you only half bits. Okay, because the way that they look at it, they're like, okay, well, this is talking about Satan, which it is Satan, but see, they make it some type of mysticism. Okay, this serpent type creature, but that's their nature. But if you go into Draconian, into Greece or Greek or Dracon, Greek lawmaker, it says Draco was a Greek lawmaker who introduced the first written code of law in ancient Greece. It says Draco's code included very severe laws. Under his system of law, almost all crimes called for the death penalty, even very minor offenses. It says his laws were unpopular, and most of them were written by his successor, Solon. Okay, so that's the whole point. And of course, it's a damn Edomite. Okay, and look at him. Look at his countenance. An Edomite, and these are the same devils that's back today, that you're working with, that you're rolling with. These are the same slithery serpents that we're dealing with on a daily basis, man. Okay, so hey, man, this shit is finna get real. Revelation 12:12, and it reads here, and it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down into you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time." Okay, so this is the reason why he's getting ready to lose his damn mind, man. He's losing his mind because he knows that he's running out of time. He sees the chariots, he sees the prophets rising up in the cities teaching the word, okay, and he's losing his damn mind. Okay, he's losing it because he don't know how to stop this truth. He can't stop it. So therefore, he's just gonna go out with all. He's gonna give it all he's got. He said, "Well, look, if I'm going down, I'm taking as many as you Israelites with me." And that's that Nino Brown spirit. When Nino went down, he said, "If I go down, I'm taking a lot of people with me." Okay, he blamed the whole shit on a computer dude. I think his name was Kareem, the light skinned, the I'll be sure looking Jake. He blamed it all on him. And Nino Brown was the head dude, but he took everybody down with him for the most part. And that's that spirit of Esau. Okay, he like, look, if I go down, all you niggas are going down. I ain't going down by myself, but hey, bro, you can have the 2/3. They can go down with you. We don't care. We encourage you to take them with you. We don't care. Okay, but you would not get the elect. Like Yahweh Shai said, he said, "I have lost none, okay, which my Father have given me, and nobody has plucked them out of the Lord's hand." So, Lord's will, we up that number. Hey, no matter what you do, no matter what legislation you pass, no matter what MOTB you try to conjure up at the crack of your ass, I mean, look, dog, you ain't gonna win at the end of the day. You're gonna lose. Okay, so yeah, do what you gotta do, man, and do it quick. Honestly, shit, make your move already. Because the only thing that stood between us and the kingdom is this MOTB and the Third World War. But the Third World War is not gonna commence to be nuclear until this man does what he's gonna do. Okay, and the Most High's got to play on their minds to get them to fucking do it. Because hey, if it was up to them, they would never make the move because they know that would be their end. But anyway, this last precept, Isaiah 10:1, it says, "Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousness which they have prescribed." Okay, it says to turn aside the needy from judgment, to take away the right from the poor of the people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Right, a unrighteous decree is a law. Okay, and that is unrighteous. You taking people's hard-on stocks and so forth, man. Okay, money at the bank accounts. Okay, you leveling properties and so forth, man. People who didn't work for things like this, and then you didn't sit up there and you didn't took it for your own great gain. That's why it says here, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. It says when the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. Why? Because the parliament, okay? The Congress, they can write the laws and they can dictate it. Like what's the devil say? Meyer Amsher Bauer, if I'm not mistaken. He said, give me control of the nation's wealth and I care not who write his laws. So they don't care. They just want the money, or I mean the wealth and people, slaves. And they don't care who write the laws, because the laws ain't going to affect the elites. The elites are above the law. They don't have to pay taxes. They don't have social security numbers. Okay, the elites, they don't pay child support. They're not paying any type of tributary. They're not being taxed. Okay, they're not coming out their pocket with a dime. I mean, they're financing businesses, but even so, these businesses that they financing is going to reap them the returns in the end. You see what I'm saying? So they're not really spending shit. They good. And it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, the fields, the world, okay? The different lands. It says, so that they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Damn. So, hey, that's just what it is, man. This man is very oppressive. This is the reason why the Most High is getting ready to get him out of here. I mean, from the lowest Edomite can be very oppressive, man. And you got to watch these devils you work with, too, because if they got a whiff that you don't kiss their ass or you don't like them, they get offended and then they start doing little devious tricks, man. Before you know it, you be doing unpleasant things. Like my thing is, we ain't got nothing to talk about. I'll be cordial with you, but after that, my head is in my headphones. There ain't shit to talk about. We're two different nations. We don't agree on anything. We don't have anything in common. I don't shoot deers just to put them on my wall, okay? I don't do shit like that. If I had to go out there and kill a deer, it's because I need to feed me and my family. That's it. I'm not going out there, oh, well, I shot the bucky. That I put 30 buckshots in the deer's head. Like, who the fuck does some inhumane shit like that? Just to see shit suffer. And when you ain't having these conversations, these meat-packing conversations with these fucking demons, then all of a sudden, oh my God, the buddy doesn't like us. You damn right we don't like you. I don't fuck with y'all, man. Okay? We don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with us. But I guess niggas are supposed to be ignorant, because we don't want to sit up here and listen to your fucking corny ass. You devils are corny, man. Like when this fucking crackpot I work with, he's talking about his kids in the back of my mind. I mean, I engage. I talk about my daughter and shit, you know. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your kids, nigga. Because I'm thinking I'm in that Psalms 137 spirit. Blessed is he who take thy little one and dash him against the stones. I claim them motherfuckers, man. That's the spirit I be in. I'm like, you just don't know who the fuck you possibly sitting next to, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm anybody important, but the fact I believe in this truth, man. I believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I believe he's going to raise me up, man. I believe that. Lord's will, and I'm hoping that. And I'm like, you people don't know who the fuck you offending. You know, so, all right. But in that, they have a problem, so fuck them. So, like I said, man, this man got to go down. But I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahushua Shem Rakakodashim. With that, Shalom and a bubble ball.